Spring has descended upon my life in her lovely and gentle way, and I find myself filled with a desire to set down my computer, cancel my plans for the day, and go outside. When I'm outside enjoying the sunshine, the vibrant green shock of new life in the world, and the trill of birdsong, I can't help but be forced to slow down and be present. That is why, for me, spring is a fantastic time for a slow living reset. As restorative as winter can be after all the hustle and bustle of summer and fall, it can also invite you to spend its long weeks and months nestled inside with not much to do besides think, plan, and work. I tend to block out a large part of my day for doing my job and completing other computer-based tasks like writing, editing, and setting up the boring businessy stuff I unfortunately have to use a lot in my online life. It can be a time of incredible planning and production, but also full of days that tend to drone on until you feel like your entire life has been spent behind a screen. By the time the first buds begin to form and the days start to tease you with warmer weather, I am always ready for a change of pace, and the magic of spring always delivers. While I try to take advantage of the chance to turn introspective in winter, to write and read and bake, and enjoy quiet nights in the company of people I love, by spring, I am ready to be out in the world again. I want to feel a part of nature, to see the animals roam, to smell the flowers newly bloomed, to whisper good morning to people I pass on my morning walk, and to stand barefoot on the earth and feel the soft grass beneath my feet. So when I'm able to set my laptop aside for a while, I head outside and connect with myself and the world around me. This is where you'll find me most often. Walking in the park by my house. My dog, Winnie, is a 3-year-old hound mix. She loves everyone and gets really excited to see other dogs. We walk in the park every single day, often twice a day. Sometimes she swims, sometimes she gets to play with a dog or two, and sometimes we take an extra long adventure somewhere new so the same old sights and smells don't get boring. In my gardens. I could not believe when I moved into this house that it had not 1 or 2, but 3 gardens. My mother is an incredible gardener. People often stop to admire her flowers as they pass by. So I have a lot to live up to. My goal is to learn more and more about gardening every year so that eventually I reach the same master gardener level as her. I would also love to grow my own vegetables and have some fruit trees. This year I took on a big project and decided to convert this feral, rocky area into a cottage garden. It's taken a lot of work, but I can't complain about the hours I've spent moving rocks and dirt around, shopping for the perfect plants, and tending to this area. It's still got some work before it looks like the cottage garden of my dreams, but I've treasured the process, and it gives me so much joy to look out on it and see the bursts of color already beginning to blossom. On my patio or in my sunrooms. Believe it or not, it's a real struggle for me sometimes to allow myself not to work. I want to do and accomplish so much that I can easily spend the entire day planning, writing, and creating, and I still wouldn't feel like I've done enough. Slow living is not necessarily something that aligns with my lifestyle all that much, but I recognize the benefit I get from prioritizing slow living practices. So it's part of my personal growth journey to continue to embrace it and find ways to make it a part of my life every day. Sometimes I decide to treat myself to a slow writing session outside on my patio or in a sunroom. I grab a glass of wine or tea, depending on the time of day, and I luxuriate in the practice of turning everything else off and putting myself in a place where I feel both inspired and at peace. The inspiration that comes from these sessions makes it feel like a pleasure and not like work at all. And if I'm feeling indulgent, I'll put my computer away, grab a drink and a snack, and sit down to read. Winnie and I love nothing more than sitting outside on a beautiful day, breathing in the refreshing scent of spring air, and sitting or puttering around with no particular plan or aim at all. I would of course be remiss if I didn't honor the time I spend enjoying spring with my son as well. When he's here, it's easier for me to put down my to-do list and focus on him. We love being outside. We play, we walk, sit and read, and enjoy life together. He's quite helpful in the gardens too, I might add. His energy and excitement are a great motivator to get off the couch, get moving, and get present. I find it's hard not to be present when you're transplanting a tomato plant, or laying a new stone pathway, or turning the crisp white pages of a new book, or trying to throw a ball directly into your child's waiting arms. As someone whose mind is almost always on the future, I think I need the spring more than most people. I need a reminder of the life that is bursting into existence right in front of me. I need something to tear me away from my thoughts of the things that may be one day and show me what is right now. Before this very moment, I'd always thought that fall was my favorite season, with its moodiness and quirks, but I'm not sure if that's true. I think perhaps fall shows me the world that I feel most comfortable in, but spring shows me the world as it should be, and it forces me to be a part of it. For that, I am grateful to her. And now it's time to go outside. I can hear my nasturtiums calling.